What's up, guys? Eric Prey, Focus Fishing Guide Service, Table Rock Fishing Intel. Got another video fishing report for you for Table Rock. It is Tuesday, September 27th. Been on the water every day but one this past week. Pretty much everything over here and pretty much everything down here on the lower end. I did get up the James for half a day and up a little bit up the White for half a day last week, but most of it's been down here on the lower end where I am today. Lake level, we are at 910.41. So what is that, 6.6 feet down. Water temperature, we are, I saw a lot of 78, 79s out there today, so we're in the upper 70s, about 78 degrees, 77 to start today, but 78 by the end of the day. So the water is cooling off, the water is low, and fish are moving. Not a great day today. Landed on, I caught a lot of fish, just didn't catch a lot of keepers today. It was kind of a odd day. Normally we catch not a lot of fish, but we're catching keepers down here. So kind of an odd day today. But the bite's changing. Things are changing up every day. Best way to stay on top of it, of course, join Table Rock Fishing Intel and become a pro member. That way you can get those daily reports. We had a slew of reports last week. We're dropping a lot of videos. We got some videos coming up on preview for October here next week. We've done a lot of stuff with some of the local pros on what they like to do in September. We're going to segue that over into October here in the next week or so. So a lot of videos, a lot of information on there, a lot of ways to help you know before you go to the lake how you're going to catch them or the best ways to catch them. You also may notice that the ponytail is gone. And just so you guys know, I'm not pulling your chain. Ponytail is completely gone. Cut off 15 inches of hair and donated that to Wigs for Kids in Ohio. So a child's going to get a wig out of that. And we also raised $5,200 for Pete Leonard's family, which is cool. So we got another fundraiser we're working on. I'll give you details when we get that all ironed out. But thanks for everybody who donated. Really helping those folks out when they really need it. But if you're coming down, gonna fish the lower end of the lake, where I am today, where I spent most of last week, I can tell you there's only a couple of bites that are really consistent down here, and the most consistent is definitely a drop shot rig with either a shad shape or a cut tail or a chomper's drop shot worm on it. Most of the fish are right around that 30-foot level. It doesn't matter if you're fishing boat docks, doesn't matter if you're fishing gravel runouts, doesn't matter if you're fishing trees. The majority of the fish are in that 30-foot level, and we've been catching them off all those. Today we caught them off of boat docks, we caught them off of gravel runouts, and we caught a couple out of trees. So there's fish in all those locations, so keep that in mind. That's your best bite. We are starting to catch some fish on a peewee football jig and a shaky head, mostly on gravel and rock mix points. They will be shallow early, and by shallow I mean 15 foot deep or less, but as the sun comes up, these bluebird no wind days, the bite gets very tough, and they're going to be out in 15 to 25 once that happens. Top water bite, I'll just mention it. If you go up into Long Creek, there is a decent top water bite on either a buzzbait or a plopper. And then occasionally down here, if you get the right day, we had that rainy, cloudy day last week, and we caught a few on top water that day on the main lake, and most of them on a plopper, and a few of them on a vixen. But you know, it's not day in, day out. I've got them laying on the deck in case the fish come up, but it's certainly not something I'm going to plan on throwing when I go out. Going to mid-lake area, best bite down in the mid-lake has still been a drop shot as far as consistency. If you want to just go out and catch fish and catch numbers of fish, drop shot gravel, drop shot trees, drop shot the ends of docks, in the slips of docks, that sort of thing. Again, that magic depth is right around 30 feet. You'll see them on your electronics, and that's where they're going to be. You can catch them better on a jig up there. The peewee football jig, pro spider jig, and shaky head, the squirrel head or the magnum shaky head, both are working really well up there. On gravel, the fish are a little bit shallower up there. We caught them 7 to 10 foot deep early, and then they back out to that 10 to 20 foot depth once the sun gets up if you don't have any wind. And then the topwater bite. Topwater bite is stronger there. The topwater bite is a little funky this time of year, as I think I've mentioned before. You know, if you're going to do it and you want to catch better fish right now, your best bet is to go out and throw either a buzzbait or a whopper plopper right up against the bank on steeper stuff. Actually, you throw it anywhere, but steeper stuff seems to be the most consistent, and you got to throw it all day. You can't just go out for a half an hour and not get a bite and expect to put fish in the boat. It's one of those deals that you run a quarter mile of bank and not get a bite, and then you get on that last 30-yard stretch and you catch 3 or 4 off of it, and there's just really no rhyme or reason where that 30-foot stretch is going to be. Could be the shade, could be the way the wind's hitting it, could be the way the current's coming through. So if you want to do that, if you got a derby coming up, that's what I would do, and that's what we've done in the derbies I've fished in recent memory. Go up the James. The bite is much better up the James. You can drop shot up there, but you don't really have to. The jig bite is really good. Fish are shallower, especially when you get up. The water's a lot clearer than it normally is this time of year, but you get up around Cape Fear and it's got some decent color to it. Gravel and gravel mixed with rock points, mostly main lake stuff. Pee-wee football jig or spider jig, especially if you can find some brush piles. They are keyed in around brush or any sort of cover, and they're much shallower up there, 5 to 15 pretty much all day long, especially if there's brush close. Buzzbait, whopper plopper bite has been much better up there than it is anywhere else on the lake. And you can catch them on almost anything, but again, the steeper stuff, the ledgy stuff seems to be the most consistent, and you want to get that bait as close to the bank as possible, because most of your bites are going to come up there real close to the bank. And then we have been catching a few on a square bill when you get up above Cape Fear. We went up and did that a little bit last week, and I think we had 3 or 4. Only one keeper out of the bunch, but we only did it for about 30 minutes, hit a couple stretches of bank. We probably could have done better with it if we would have stuck with it, but you know, we're catching them on a buzzbait. Why do I want to throw anything else? Go up in the White. White River's been really good. The bite's a little bit different up the White, especially when you get around the Shell Knob area. You know, the drop shot bite's always going to hang on up there. And you can probably catch them on a drop shot all the way through the end of the year up there if you want to. Again, magic depth, 28 to 30 foot deep, gravel, trees, ends of docks, and bait wise the same thing: shad shape, cut tail, UV drop shot worm, chompers drop shot worm. All those baits are working, so you can catch fish doing that up there. The funner bites that are happening, you can certainly catch them on a jig, either a pro spider jig or a pee-wee football jig or a squirrel head, shaky head, that sort of thing. On those gravel and rock mix points, there's definitely fish up there. We're seeing a lot more smallmouth start to show up there. And then another bite that's happening there, but I can't seem to make it work anywhere else, is throwing a Kitech, throwing the Kitech 2.8 over deep water. And it's weird. I should mention the topwater bite too. There is a good topwater bite there, and you can get bit on a topwater. It seems like the fish you're catching on topwater are the smaller fish in the schools, because you'll see them come up busting on groups of shad over deeper water. If you throw a Kitech out there with either a 1/4 or even a 3/8 ounce head and let it get down to about 10 feet, we've been catching some better Kentuckys underneath those schooling fish doing that. It's open water. It's going to happen or it's not going to happen. You just got to be ready for it, because the fish have been coming up busting up there a lot more consistent than anywhere else. And then if you go up the Kings or further up the White, of course you got the buzzbait bite and you've got the whopper plopper bite, hitting steeper banks. Basically put that bait right up against the bank, and I've been burning it, reeling it as fast as I can, and actually I seem to get more bites and better bites when I do that than if I just work it slow. So keep that in mind if you're going to go up the White River. Well, we're almost done with September. Can't wait for October to get here. Can't wait to get off this lower end. I've fished it a lot the last couple of weeks, but want to spend some time up the rivers. But the bite is good. I mean, it's not great down here. It was kind of slow today. We had a lot of numbers, but not a lot of size. But the bite's good. We're getting in the fall. Water temperature's dropping off. These fish are moving. I think that's why the bite was a little bit more inconsistent. This is the coolest water temperature I've seen so far this year, as far as the fall. And I think it's got a lot of fish moving. I think they're moving up shallow. So that's why our deep bite's starting to wane a little bit. I think you can keep doing it. It's just not going to be quite as consistent as it has been. But best way to know, best way to stay on top of that, of course, join Table Rock Fishing Intel, become a pro member, and get those reports, guys. We get reports from all different guides. It's not just me. I try to pull reports from everybody who will share them with us and try to get you the best information to help you catch more fish on Table Rock when you come out. But if you want to hire a guide, give me a call. It's Focus Fishing Guide Service. You can reach me at 417-860-4743, or you can hit my website, focusfishing.com. Either way, give me a call or book online or send me an email. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Guys, thanks for watching the video. Take a minute, check out Table Rock Fishing Intel if you haven't done so, but thanks for watching. Can't wait to hear from you. We'll see you on the water.